Understanding debt replacement during a 1031 exchange and why it's so important. When people sell their investment real estate and there's a mortgage in place, that mortgage is paid off at the sale. So as an example, if I'm selling a property for $1 million and we have $300,000 worth of debt, during the closing, that debt is paid off to the bank. The last $700,000 goes to the qualified intermediary. Now, during the replacement process, it's very important that the investor should know that not only do they have to spend all $700,000 of the equity that's sitting with the QI, but they also have to replace the debt, because the IRS does not care whether you have leftover equity or leftover debt replacement. During your 1031 exchange, you will be taxed on both of those scenarios. So it's very important that as part of your 1031 exchange strategy that you're saying, okay, if I'm going to buy regular real estate, I can't just use all $700,000. I can't buy a $700,000 property. I have to buy $1 million or greater property and go get a mortgage. Or I have to buy 2 different properties, maybe one with debt, utilizing DSTs. A lot of our product, the fractional real estate, has been brought to market with different levels of debt attached to it. And the reason they have different levels of debt is because they realize so many investors, when they're selling their investment real estate, are retiring a mortgage. And they're still required to replace that debt. Otherwise, they have to pay tax on that portion, and that makes the 1031 exchange inefficient. So when doing your 1031 exchange, you have debt, you can line up either a DST with 50%. So in that example, if I had $300,000 mortgage, I'd buy $300,000 of the DST. They would assign me $300,000 of non-recourse debt, and then that leaves me with $400,000 to do an all-cash deal on a second piece of real estate. So when contemplating doing your 1031 exchange, and if you're retiring a mortgage, you have more than just going out and getting a mortgage on the replacement property. DSTs offer many different levels of debt replacement options, all available on a non-recourse basis, meaning you don't need to personally sign for that debt. Hopefully this helps, and good luck on your 1031 exchange.